It was exciting.
It was exciting.
Yes.
More appreciate Nyama party in the Abramo region.
They don't very well, because what it is, they say, you share a Nyama, His Excellency President Anado Ackuaku the wire. Now the kind, Mammy Fetty and Chiama T4.
That's it for
any reform, my Jim Reno Moshe, enemy, Minia Penny no Crassa, any of a key new plant station. Chiomuna, they don't name a director of communication, a large Sabuni, party company for.
Good.
They don't know, Cranny say, Osha, ye Eastern region there. We appreciate the enormous worker His Excellency President Anado Danko, why our region, and it cuts across all the 16 regions. And you know, you say, and ye Juma wa fatonos wa oye. And you know, Nehemiah your Eastern region, and your core around or Kodane di now pound to mano. It shows that, in fact, say ye kasa ye Juma wa form 90 the Juma cost for.
Yeah. The Eastern region for any so near Mwenya free aben you ho in Fianciani.
They don't papa, because you see, we are happy in a sense that at least you crano and then the largest senior secondary school, Ewabomosu, STEM school, no, Ewabomosu at the Don is training a lot of children. The Don, you're the largest, we are friendly saying, poultry farmer, a year we even across West Africa, and also a coupon, and also one more under one district, one factory, a year Juma. They don't, you know, every one more. There are several health sectors. Even Agenda 111 is going on. My Nyakrano and Yinam where Atua East constitute your accident center, a war ingracy, and your trauma center, our Musinu and Yinam. And Nina is on various stages of completion. Enti minimum crano, Miami Kruma Yaninam, you would TV to Honomoa. You must see we are the don't a year, Juma. Enti, if we look at the volume of work that is going on, together with Eastern Regional Hospital here, Nomusia, 600 bed, and Neomusia, a war state, various stages of completion. They don't. Nika, Nanka didn't be Nanka here. Because the president in Sabi to me a share regions, Nina, so send here development activities built to me. So they don't hear say, and this will be a catch so many munya. Not any panono you kushini. There are challenges, but the fact of the matter is what we are happy about. They say, President has not paused in our challenges to spend on consumption, but he's spending on infrastructural activities, meaning that he's ready to ensure that on mine will be to me a fanentuma pefra, I'm here to me and your fapping papa, ejinaso. And these are the issues. Eastern region, so we share Eastern region. They don't just to mention a few. Yenya Oba Eastern regional. Your Eastern Regional Hospital, I can't once a month done. It's a 600 bed capacity here, and it's at various stages of completion. They done your Agenda 111. Agenda 111, we call Achimansa district, a year of Wasia, and also a woho, Okwa, we need various stages of completion. They done a Sojaman at Impoku, and also Agenda 111, a Biwoho. They don't
over. Yeah, factory, no.
We Agenda 111
hospital.
Yes,
yeah, sorry, yeah. That's the one.
Oba Ayensuano, Kota, and also ye bi wo ho. Oba Brem Sat, ya Chim Suadru, and also bi wo ho. Oba Kwawu Afram Prince, the Don, and also Tiase, and also bi wo ho. Upper West Achim Adeso, and also Agenda 111 bi wo ho. Asen Manso Crosso, Acrosso, and also Manso, and also bi wo ho. In Atiwa West District, Oba Honomwa, Eye Abomosu, baby a secondary school one, they done Agenda 111, Kosu, and Sana Mekaya, Oba Ninamua, ye construction trauma center, Oko Ingresia, and also I am accident center, they done, and also a co Esuho, and ye were retooling and re-equipping of the Atibie Government Hospital. They done. It tells you the volume of work that is going on. They done Oba Eburi home hospital, and also no ye make sure see upgrade and also and they done and also Bamampon Tetequashia, or more refurbish hospital. No, and they done several other activities are air coso and the medical drone infrastructure they done a war or menako. Udu Suhumwa, it's there. And there are several and some roadworks across the done a be because even Miatiwa is district, they done and that's one say a hukota and then Okofa where your friend sent here to Briswa and also a hukota and then Okofa Keduaso a Kutuase Ediko we are the done the Honina hukota now Osamba ebe Remu the done where your friend say what they call Krobom Awoswase the done is also seen quota. Come and talk of astroturfs. Into the done, there are several enuma ewo formua. The done, this one, enye green booka, obibeka sadieni ni ho. This one, it is there, Fidi Gadochi for you to see. Enti, there is a lot of work that has been done. And President Guswa, making sure say, Juma ne koso nye se ye Juma ya the don ye jai enye se bia ye ka se ne e bia Ghana ho kire abentino e bia se enwuma ni nyina akwa no obi ade ni tools agu from there be the don is going on okokwa bia omu si another biggest poultry farmer the don eba be hatchery and also ewo ho a say those activities are there ain't the don these are works that has been done within the region. President Koyano and onam ni nyina so a order ni nyina di ye making sure say at least dear say you meet the deadline for completion, you know. President is sure mukina say you betumi meet the deadline of completion. Ama sa we no enso tumi aba beka ho na enema tumi akoye. So these are several other things that took president to his home region to ensure. And you see one beauty thing is say president doesn't want to even sit in the Jubilee House. Say nkrofo kan kire no. He wants to be on the field. Now, on one concon said, Juma or the Shem Crofonsano, and no more. The beauty is that these STEM schools now is in the don, Okwanina, Kotan in the Munina. And T, where you numa, the Unusuguswa, Yakoswa, none of the Numana, and being one way you put to hold on. Nina, El Coso one.
But Nina Cosa, Edena. Fabino Nasa, a man for Bonnie Tutu.
The Don, you see, I'm happy you have asked these questions. But you see, I am not surprised. Okay, sir, we Global Citizen Festival, you
Independence Square.
Independence Square, hono. NDC form Mokohaim Crofwa, on the board President Tutu. The Don President Kokumasi, NDC for renti or Momon Crawford,
NDC for.
Oh, the Don, yes, that's the truth. Check. I'm born to the don even Eastern region. Yes, and met me a woman in Eddie Achero. Hey, they don't let me up. I can mention their names. Known NDC activities. Known NDC activities at the don. I'm sure that I found Crofo, Echo Bo, Cadafono, Pa. Oh, the don. I can give you the don. I'm telling you, see, when himself will feed the Cassie, they don't hear to me,
Metanasum. Constituents.
Don, your constituents, known NDC. Ghanaians. But you see, they don't.
I don't know if all the party at the show.
They don't mean for party at the show, but unimuni panu and unimuni panu. Okay. So unimuni panu and unimuni pan that done. But you see, for a fact, and you see, it is an agenda set by NDC, led by NDC. Hey. Yes, that so that we no togan of wotrim as if the president is unpopular. But you see what they are doing, the president will finish his term in the next 2 years. We are bringing a new face to come and continue from what His Excellency President Ackuaku is doing. And you know, a new money there ever form. They don't. It is not a need baby a yes stranger won't to me. Everything is there. Even Uko Kumasi assume Bo KGT market, they don't look at how he's adding on to the KGT market. And today in the president in Inebio. But NDC and their mischievous activities, and they will do everything. Because they are desperate for power, they will do everything. But the end there, you beko swabo president in Numa Panu Dauro. Amen Crofuni who say president or ye Juma. And the Juma and so awoyan so abapa. They don't no mind mu ayedene. And then I say bibia stand still. And when you talk, people don't want to hear. Say you don't have to bring in, say your global issues. But they don't. We are not living in isolation. We are not living in isolation. But the end you would GDA say, I feel kone we ya yengra 2023 there. A then ya and Niema ebedane. A then there will be some form of stability. And then we'll have a nosedive to be able to work towards what we are doing.
I think one impressive point, the engagement with market women. No? And you say, na but say, a better hosoni asem no. Minimum how you saw that engagement, no.
They don't. You see.
Yeah.
You see. Another BR and Krofoka say, you promise what you can't deliver. But for me, with President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, he's delivering on what he has promised.
98.9.
And there is nothing that is so strange. But you see, they don't. Oshe ahomeka, I and Crawford the bar saying she amunasia. They don't. It will tell you. It will tell you. And you know, for me, I look at the base. Any send a base in a building. Any omon be jinan chanya. Ombe ye he ni ho no. They don't. You just oppose it with it. Because any panwa or no aboni passe on huro no nya pano. They don't. Any pattern krobe jino no macha. Why record those audio no? So you might think that a multitudes na yes audio no, but it's not. It's not. But you see,
President Edaso a popular in the home region.
they don't. I'm telling you.
The popularity no how.
They don't. I'm telling you. Within his home region, the president is popular. The president is doing a lot of work within the region, and the region is moving on. And near Eastern region, they don't across board.
Yeah, Eastern region. With the honey agency.
They don't. Eastern region. There is a lot of work that has been done, and I'm able to watch it away. A Juma be road network be they don't. Yeah. Eastern region, they don't. It's there for people to see. When it comes to rural electrification expansion, they don't. It's there for people to see. Into Numa, dear, see a case in Numa, they don't. Ya Numa, President Baye, why Numa. Now you see, there be no any panobe free kunyasu and sign and who the kind of value he added on to the development of this country. But
say what's a so ye Numa pa.
They don't. That's how it is. I'm telling you. They don't. No crap. They don't. You see, it's because what is what the opponent is making sure say or fighting well to take you out and come. Until everything you do is shredded. Yeah, kataso, yeah, 2 years ago, and you cry, see, and yet no more yenna. But when you leave, then people begin to replay a new mawayeno and then begin to appreciate the kind of work you have done. They don't, and that is how it is. Across, or they ba, young fan from 92, or they benina, they don't politics into a katayani. And I can tell you, every government by government has added on to the development of this country. But a bit and then in the history of this country, there is no way we can write this history and take the name of His Excellency President Jerry John Rawlings, the Mefani Currency, because it was through his effort that we saw multi-party democracy, and then now multi-party democracy has grown to this stage. He could have impeded it. And no free way, we appreciate the work that has gone on. And that is how it is. But akwaya man yosemuntinu, dia wo ye no bi gina chire e no hoto nwa gu so. But se unni ho no mo a afa ne yi veil na ye behu the work that has been done. They don't ye more way. Weren't they touting themselves about e-blocks? They don't e-blocks do what say no musi ye. E-blocks completion was 28. And OBC be or say yes 30 and ABC yes 50. They don't even know the numbers themselves. 28. And then applaud ye almost say President Kassetia applaud here and you created done. Applaud ye by what was the state of completion? And then and then you complete it. And as at that time, where was the state of him went to me and Kassetia? So these are the things we speak about because I had the young and the yati in a yedi more than see. And yet the young who and I didn't want to say NDC for no whatever they are doing, spilling all the lies and then doing all that they can do to just make this government unpopular. We have taken it upon ourselves that Yebekoswa president in Numa Panu Deuro, ama a dom wohu, ama mansanya who a juma ye, baby I am coyin so they don't ye back catch near the atnetre because yes a president man and you come you know ye back catch. Say papa, shena ya heye na entube mo ani nyina ye ntume nko. And I know not quite a distance from now, the president would definitely address the nation.
No, but address, what does it add? Address nani here, and I said, it will change things.
People think that president does not even know what is happening around him.
Oh, but I say, Kumasi, your kind,
they don't
not your main.
Still, people think that he doesn't even know what it is. During the COVID era, he kept the tempo down. He was constantly engaging with the citizenry. Now that we have the difficult terrains, he would definitely engage with the citizenry for the citizenry to know the step that first one you be making sure you be to me bringing the economy back to life.
Mami kind a bit of how newsmen captured Enra Asorina Oko no any emunsem no. We understand some so called St. Mark Anglican Church Chebi. Now I'll say have faith in me. I will ensure that I turn the economy around. These two shall pass. And as part of the tour, and at the same event, Osajifo Amotio for Penny also expressed discontent at the Galamsey menace and its devastation effect on the Etua forest and asked that financiers of the menace be dealt with. The young boys don't have money to buy excavators. The financiers are there. Dream Galamsey is bad. Why would you go into the Etua forest with an excavator? Go to school. Collecting 100 Ghana won't be sustainable for your future. It goes on to say, without mincing words, those insulting the president are children of villagers. They are uncivilized. No well-nurtured person will insult an elderly. If you were raised in the church, you will not insult an elder. If you are not a villager, then you may be a witch or a wizard. Not all will like you. Even Jesus Christ was crucified. It won't bother me if they speak with sincerity, but when you speak with hate, witchcraft and enviness, you must be careful because one day, truth will overcome evil lies and envy. He consoled the president. That's how newsmen chose to capture that engagement in church. And I played Ochehinin Semnibi. Kafui Mamintio, how would you respond to it? Nekan Wakano, and I said, Wedi Yatem.
They don't atem didi enim.
Atem didi enim.
They don't. No kre. Se sebe mpanifo ne kan se ehwo maame baby. Na okoku yi manua. Sebe enyase wa fa maame. Enti truth ought to be told. They don't amanyosem a emmebunu ni ba mu sisi no. They don't yet the adapa ene anoyaw ena yedi wura amanyosem. And so some there a contest of ideas. And I'm always happy because every Monday, all my team no free NDC bano. These are people of substance. Omotenasia, ye share your contested ideas, na ye contested insult. And me feel say, dear ye bet to me ye, and on the yes said ye danedy. Dear wo party and wodin ya obetumi aye ena yesa wo danadi na atem didi de de don yakofa no we yetumi hwepani anim ne didi na atem sa and that is what we are building in. But ade ne dania na afa de yakwakoya te say efa bi mu ade enti de don I would then spew say atem didi a ewo amanyosem no as much as possible we should try and win it off. And to achieve me he never missed words. They don't. He said it as it is. Now, anokrebia answa ya. Say yang kanokre na nchrewa. You might not understand how it is. Until let's rather contest ideas. Bring your alternatives. Let's contest it. They don't. We had elections. NDC4 have elections, and then a few of my colleagues who were contesting itself. I need to go to their aid and support them. Is that wrong? It's not wrong, but they are ideas. And some people say, Eduma no betumi aye, no betumi contesting on ideas very well. Why do we want to get him out of the place? That is how it should be said. It has been said. The president has also said it right. That yes, he appreciates, but definitely these two shall pass.
It's your forest and say
They don't, absolutely. They don't, you see, I am sad. Say,
not even the Ochehene tax force and it to me a ball quiet and home by MI. Then you kuku no one way.
They don't, you see, this is a good question you have to ask. Now there be Amegah say omo aya form say omo mo ye ho ban no. They are their own self, their enemies. They don't know Ochehene tax force in a call as a man town for yom ko boat.
Yeah.
Uncle boat to pay to no more body aye then. Is it not the same girl I'm saying they want to go and excavate? Ain't he Bambo Ben no more day boy? Ochehene nankasa must purge himself.
You believe so?
He must purge himself. The Ochehene himself must purge himself. Ask, and then the morning, Himahine call court. Because Himahine will not allow you to come and excavate gold. And then to swear to Himahine Kunyaso, and Himahine has to go and enforce his throne in court for them to know that you don't have control over Himahine. Tell Ochehene to purge himself. Send your beka someone who are bontino or masanya juma. Because it's very important. You see, because if you preach virtue and you
practice vice.
Ochehene task force na juma be no mo ye. They are the same people that are guarding people and then to excavate.
Like seriously.
Me say me ni mo hwe kura no me nim say dokono a eto a hye de na aben. Asaman tamfoi omo ko hono na Ochehene ahemfu na bi nim. Enyo no na na order si antutuo no.
Yeah.
Pick up nim na ahemfu na atim ga na no ti pick up nim no. Enyo no na atim na o record no de beto abonten. Would we have seen the videos? So they themselves realize that the omo ye no na enye.
Pick up. There's some no Hinene can
that is why I'm saying he must purge himself. That is why I'm saying he must purge himself.
I see.
Dodon, me ye chini.
Yeah.
But if you hear that Santihini talk, you can say with every authority that this man is not engaged in this menace. But so what's what the tax force? And the tax force is doing ultra what you ask them to do. And yet disbanding tax force. No.
Yeah.
Why do you continue to give them the power to go on what they are doing with those rampages? Ain't it done? Wakasa o kind they done a hote. But on one some woman so on fanya adwuma na be
Kafui asome anu odin yen san woman na so on fanya adwuma
na be bo no ankasa don't answer no krepa na make.
Like seriously, like you mean it?
Like real.
Yes, antie na na biu meba
na ahoti oni ha ya yo editing ya mpanyifo na do amenti ase suku osoko usoro osba ko galamsi na mamuwa ni yetu ofo se sa galamsi nu a oba ni ama 100 series to am wa odachi o ebi ko mudachi no na do ama free SHS no ebedu ho ukwa bachelors kwa na perform intimidate ni woman me baka as for so for the account say yenyai ni ma papa no ye eni so de e catch us ya appreciate ni wa yama omangana na ye so no mu emmo no ho ban atembibie no a aba obi aso na okasa no ngwase fo ma ya titu ya won ya pani ya titu fifie mu asori mu a won ya pani sanye se kwase ya na wo obanfo ebisa me nim adia papa no yaka wiase pa na nyina obi yaka onyame no sira he no de we mai enti ye mpanyfo na ye manage ni ya Ghana ngobi ato ye ni ya gold nyame de chia ya to hu se be bia gold ye manage ni ye by his leadership obi ato ye
Kafui ho no mente ase o se gold no se manage gold ni ye anko bi anto ye na nyame de gold na adom ye
the don you see no kra woman ni say enka gold the don me kai say emra mani fi e wa anyina mu na nka nsuo to a onnam abontia and messiamuno utime picky gold.
Yeah.
The don me ko fu a me ka se me muntu no. Omo excavating the other land no mo excavating no. And messia na kai om de begu ho no. Last time ya me ko anyinam recently. Omo si omo yi kolikoli no. They just came kwen no gold omo yi wo ho no na nya asem ketwa.
Wow.
Omo antu asase na se o. Just the sun on the surface. Gold omo yi wo ho no. Enya asem ketwa ntim krofo gumi koko no so sankrane. Ompe so mutu no so de. Ewu kura me de bedu ya manken.
No.
You see, the truth of the matter is, if you can excavate and can reclaim the land well and it can cultivate, what is the problem?
Mate, Marinko Alexander Kyoko Emra, yes, the taxman himself. And them so a amount for task auditing being here because they look so formal.
And why you see too?
And then
Now monitor constituency elections.
Constituency elections.
I saw the images. I see a dunya.
Baby Wanya.
Hey!
Make I say the whole executives, no majority of them were retained.
Okay, good.
Majority of them
Good.
were retained.
So that you can now understand the white fight.
Yes. I see where it's coming from.
And a few ones, yeah, the Ephraim. And see, that is what happens at Botiano.
Botiano English, I'm
from. Me Angasana mini ho.
Okay.
Yeah, the Miko Ayawaso West.
Our party assigned over baby.
Yeah, the Miko Ayawaso West will concern me because Papa is a honor. A honor to echo ye pa most of the executives no were retained. And the one is a honor you starting on time.
Okay.
They started elections so almost getting to 3 p.m. And my call into the next day. Yeah, we were on now about 3:40. 3:40 a.m. And the holiday delegates no omo bre ye papa but the woman so omo nya abotre etwen ye obia etunaba fefefe ntokwa bia amba ho. And despite the fact they say a hono a delay you know omo yadi papa and mami fasa akwanya iso and omo nyina si especially omo election directorate no led by wisdom omo yadi ye papa send omo organize niama omo man bibia e call so pepe wo ho no and despite the delay no still omo nya abotre eyeye police for omo ba ho election EC officials omo be hwe adwuma no so obia nya abotre despite the delay no because we delayed the polls no almost 5 hours and sana start here and so much to me tremor copy because this is not something that will be a plan say me ba be tran ho to the next day but omunya abotre e tran ho copy the next day no e say people have the love for the party and omo pese party no yen hihye no ji no mo bua ye na hihye no so ko yie pa.
Oh, I see. No, Areshemu for 2024.
2024, the Areshemu, the Ebi wo ho papa.
I see.
Because we share a hunking can crofo EDP ye ebetu abano. Who say Areshemu wo ho pa. The when he say ya nkasa ye be ye preparation iji na the say yen fan to akwan mo ye the atu akwan pepepe. And I believe say the executives no wanya kwan triaso no any omo abamu foforo no they will collaborate with each other no omo atumi aye adwuma ne yi afi so the mechanic say obi biara wo contest here no so we win you you are still part of the NDC and the mesro omo win here no that they will extend a hand to a more to me winning. No, they should bring everybody on board because 2024 elections, no, and elections, I say be moon try and change. They be moon call, they be say all hands should be on deck. And sana I bet me I win 2024 no. And the best romo in them in temtema ya a more moon chain. I bet drew election and sana I say we walk off rewunya. This is the time I say differences be war fanipa non trans na munka. You are more the responsibility is on you. And found the number of times I will call. the ayeshishe ni say nipa no woni na ye den woni na ye kro a mo ba ye adwuma no emfamboa party no at the various constituencies no. And that is the advice I made the more munyina no be making sure say the ordinary contest here no or bring that person on board. So we organizer obi the work contest and na nipa be say me no ni work on na wonko na wo win from nka wo ho wonko want to me nya adwuma no. So we are chairman friend nipa or contest wo no fa ne be ka wo ho na mo nya adwuma no. And I believe say ye to me nya sa adwen na ye the year adwuma eno na be boa because obia ewo the strength and the weaknesses. And he say the nyina kambo mu a eno na be ma party na ye kesi. Na afi di ayehwehwe no yensa heden aka. Enti kakra me wo edika chomo eni.
Ye bo ho mpaye na near president 3-day working tour the eastern region. No, president say we should continue to have faith in him. And sooner than later he will turn things around. Do you have that belief say things will change in the near future? And I feel change so I cannot dream what sorry for you say o man panyi wo bon ho modem o man ne pa sabi wo mo ni ani ne hu ana wo mo ya bayifo ana wo so ebebo ni din boni na nei no politics inti aya atem didie ni adapetwa but enye sa na etete yen minimum how you respond to some of these comments. Alex, meet you.
Yo, the don't me that say my minchia etifu na minchia
menu Amegah. Who that bang? 98.9
support to me. Amegah yes, can maybe
no, so no quite election.
No, I say na we election e beba.
No, me catch.
No, but do why you dey
because on one him say elections so enye die e dey do year elections so election day are starting.
It starts from a process.
Na one ma me to be. Na me
no. Oda say.
The dome.
Alex.
President, they visit to the eastern region, They be America. The na pro kono it is say we share campaign ataria or year campaign because me who the all year no na so cost me who the paper be a free mo ediba it just say a promises ya no go so a ye okay ye no me tia my gosh is agenda 111 ye bi akoduru hi even no more over 6 years in see hospital. Would one run see hospital ne sabe pimene. And the president no says yeah so can be we just take it as one of these things no or no so or can be na or the achichiri on rankasa anywhere. And me no those visits now all coming is just another we are all say yes can because all corner so the nature no call na konwa na otimu no so the call so won so tisu or pictures
radio station hall events
na so we fa konwa dia CV8 mu efrin kran ha sebi eastern region akonwa ni ho akonwa ni eastern region studio no call no here mu ha no ye nyina ye ba say enye nkonya ya na ede. What is so special about that chair? I say woman of V8 na ya tofu like gumu and now ye can say fuel prices have gone up. Now with akonya keke. E di asike mo V8 mo. Now what drive all the way.
They don't
for all these violence comments in
who told him
okay, can you explain?
Who told him say the V8 nkwesi akonyam? They don't V8 na chino. Omudi akonya ni suwe nko middle part na for netena ho. So this mischievous activity. Why are we still doing this?
Because of ABR. Omo kasa abrofo ni say political expediency.
As of a
and several times we've seen the chair being conveyed, Such chair no say who fold, what they throw buta. You have to fold a seats now. And what a chair no
seat we say ubie extra seat no. Na seat na
Amegah, you are eating into my time.
Kafui manning kasa.
And people sit in that car.
Don't you think that it would have even been and a bit appropriate say the presidents will even explain akunya a factor
They
no.
don't explain to
because
who and
I
for
mean,
what.
akoso.
They don't to who and for what. Because the truth of the matter is,
it's medicated.
What medication? They don't. Okay,
Alex in Kasa wine.
And also NDC.
Man Kasa now buy on Kasa 10 minutes crowd.
They don't, and that's all I see. I want to
Make 5 minutes crap. 2 minutes crap.
Alex to us.
Alex,
make
now come in the antiquary no buy because if I catch
Eti wow, they are making it say. So we share when President Efasu Edi say yesika no, ska crack no. What's the way you call pro? In the means of these difficulties are air cosuno. And a pro no our corner. And for so ben,
it's a working tour.
It's a working tour. Who are working tour? But we are working tour. No one when himself will qua be probably free moaba. But we or qua DNA free moaba. What has been the effect? Or qua shanty reading DNA free hobai. Or call I didn't north whatever it is, northeast or whatever it is, or call no buy no. DNA free mobile. Oh, you see, these are some of the things that me can say. It's just a waste. It's just a waste. Oh, says kakeke. And when I mean my V8, yeah, the far kunya example now. Amegah she see, hey, no, because these are the things I here can watch them. This agenda 1111 then every mobile. Wow. Enti moma yen sheni many be. Because I believe strongly says that's the kind of the qua pro no. A bet me aboye in other sectors. Because it's here fuel alone. It's not an easy thing. Ewo maimo. Obia himself fuel boy d. Na wo kwei na kasi ye did to was almost about 40. No bia ya toke ya tofu elegum na ye di call. I hate to say ye di asabi wo kwan so. And these are the things I think when you are in hard time, you don't show this kind of opulence. Now, this is the time we live and we do things in a very humble way. Nagana for who say, Arishimbi ewoho. But when you do things like this, you can say, oh, cars no doors, so now, oh, crazy, now cars eating.
And one minute say, oh, my question of cars no ne. Fuel no imani fuel na hwamo yes so my costing na so count about 52 V8
okay
so if you are to fill a full tanker. And no so say numbers 6,000 you know
6,000
yeah
diesel cars no
good and yes so multiply
by the number of vehicles no
chale amanfo ani di ni
yes no these are things that we are woman crofo edwin equation because
mo time no man fa V8 to
kan say your time no crofo to me to edwane dey say I mean we can say dokrumbo ye 5 city you understand
it was worse
you see me boys
even you was
they are on midterms
yeah
wow and now almost no pa no mo da yes around 10 one sana ye mo breakfast omo you breakfast no sa mo pre game omo da sa afi na omo sorry na ye be bibi
do you know 2 square meals a day
you understand me so
2 square meals a day
difficult. These are really difficult. And say President says sika wo things are to me no enye necessary no. Because these are pro no me hu the in tears on sorry so ko. So wo ye bibi potin wo ho na wo ko ho na e be hu say oh yes the way e koso. Enti the aye ka ne nyina ni say on share expenditure no. Because IMF nsem a mo de ye ko ba ne nyina ejina expenditure bill no say it was so higher. Ama revenue no crap aye nya na crap aye to say yanya sika bia. And these critical issues for high say on money energy no any resources kakra aka no enkoho. Enye obeko say wo ye place I say wo ye campaign wo ko so enye bibi pa na wo ka kire. Wo kwa aye a wo ka kire say nyame betua ye ka say wo nye hwe no baku. I mean this are things that you go and say you can see that guy tell us that. And you say over to kwa sada wo ka kire sa de be. The president yes why? And the dom, me no Metie mini Amegah. It's rather unfortunate say Amegah bet can say NDC for. Yena ye organizing crop for. So monko
Nkohuru president.
Yena ebenye free.
They say Bemina you unpopular.
Unpopular. The president is already unpopular.
Yes.
Yes. The president is already unpopular.
Elected to that effect. Mobilizing supporters to go and hoot at the president. Kafui, yeah, don't throw certain things.
No, me pese me hu letter no. On farmer producer, no fan to Facebook says here. Farmer. Now fan to Facebook says here. Because in Trono doorso. Because me the door. This musical concert now a course so now.
Yeah, global citizens say.
Global say na me name crapo say bibi sa e koso. Until Sunday afternoon. Yeah. Me share social media and me who be sir. NDC for we don't have time for President Ackuaku. Say you rule na there free more because that is their character. NPP for to me a full play every in Kraha at the Kwabruchi because a president is coming there so that they can call him thief. And so omu afe omu ankasa you see at times no a mommy and who said Bible, their Bible, I can be higher no quarry. Because the things that you wish for your enemy, no, now they are the same things that are coming to you. Then would you see because it's a wouldn't say there is a law of karma or what a bit catching up with you. And the law of karma no and no catching up with the NPP. President Ackuaku Nyama or Kayeno attempt the dia or the Yobino. They are the same things are. Or no all commono. Now would ye Yako Kakra who can say this? This for any time and say a baby crap and yamu strong good or quite shanty reading and then I see what a honus will end this for the
organized activities.
Oh, organized activity and the NDC for your name and I organize it because I wouldn't say who were executives were shanty region, more executives, Eastern region. Now wouldn't say. President in Baho and you cannot marshal out people la ombejina kwine watch here no now opposition mo bet me organizing crofwa then this we are good organizers pa because they are more cano ati me betra last 3 weeks na me catch us NPP for omo was suban bia they don't accept any fault from themselves for to be a beba bia no if you be
happy 98
for to be a beba bia if from so mo sha atade efifie na sebi atade no yampam ni ye a ana yampam ni ye kra kwa na BBC ye omo se John Mahama na ye say nye John Mahama NDC for na ye I mean what kind of attitude is this?
I see.
Enti wo president ombo ni humode omo ti ho no obi a ho se omo ho akire omo nyama president Akkuaku e kan ye wugina political platforms so wo si dokron e ye 1 cedi na ne bo no e ye dindodo enti say ne dokron no e ye 5 cedis a say dokron e ye 5 cedis yen ka kire wo den president Nana Akkuaku and now me no ka say and now me no ka say and now me no ka say fuel at time I was no a liter of fuel no e ye 4 cedis 4 cedis no and now me no ka say 13 cedis 10 pesos and to wo ko ha no mo embo enju so oh Nana Akkuaku why I did Nana Akkuaku you understand me?
No, Kafui this letter I would is dated 1st July 2022 to all party executives making the government unpopular.
It is a your government unpopular. No, that is a
They don't connected to president. Why should I waste my time to read this letter? Because it has no connection to president.
Who wrote it? One natural General Secretary. Oh, Johnson has never altered anything like that before. Diabolic. NPP for very diabolic. Meaning that
when he came, I think when he came in the heat of fix the country protest no near somewhere in July.
He just want to distract my thoughts.
Alex, carry on. But sorry, gentlemen, information coming through. Almost say here night patrol North Kanishi area because for some time now, daylight robbery I'm saying Kronfona tell me some for Juma and ebimuso daroff in Tinubu huni atiesu omachina ya beria omintino. Most of the homes around North Kanishi complain say it's getting terrible and they are appealing to the police omumra to their aid. Na sa night patrol bini ade krebebu because brunya bana Akronfona so do omu ho agimu no ha omo pa intino we de information for public consumption. Alex Twaso.
Oh, so Amegah no inti president no dey ono sena oye ni niama no eno nti na ama sesi abebi obekọ bia no na nkrofo ehuru no omo hutu at the president no because niama president e kaye mra owo opposition any the oye sesi ano me pa je hu na ise unru no
no but something no che hene say oye bio papa ni ye bi wo bremo man no
ochi ni
enti no mun cancer pani hransem gu ni so
ochi ni ebe mi say kakra na onya no eno na ha no
kakra
onya no say oye ni festival no so ko NPC or whatever it is ko dish ka wo ho sky ye the man no enti saa ni amay onya odi eye ni festivals no eno na ha no kakra no because we see President Ackuaku yebi there na why free SHS now with the year example no
what ye happy 98.9
no kitin na ewo mu no ba ko na e dia two book kesima man kwada be 15 so mo nche eno ni free SHS no free SHS nkwada no sabi a group prep time omunya baby entra ensuade every say omu lights no akọ off this omu pie ebetina street lights asi aso no omu tumi asuade eno ne free SHS ana be come one kasa mo time
NDC time
be can
NPP time
that so called na wo kokko for tech si wo ho so for every sector si wo ho
for sector dey say we am feature o
enti corner cover si wo ho because enaya na me hu news item no ena no pay ya na me hu news item no enti NDC time ene na me ka kire wo
many anka business ka
dia ka ne nyina ni say
because I've gotten another confirmation from Game Store hona
dia me ka ne nyina ni say nyama ekoso wo man no mo enu ebufu the man crofo ehuti at the president no enti dia Ghana for ehye ne say on hihye ne niama ne yi because isi akroma yedin nkofo ntumi ndidi edwane boa yedin you came with planting for food and jobs. What has been the effect of it? Because if we've been successful with planting for food and job and can say edwane boa yedin enkofo. And these are the things at the times are you womb ama bibia ayedin. Enti
how to manage your kitchen.
We are managing. We are managing.
50 balls. From a China con who come and teach people how to manage their kitchen for now in these times. So almost molly aduane. Enti bankunu betumi aka na mabobo ne balls.
Me watch
I could say Kafui tia. And who say the boys na me ansat na ho omo di America man.
Sa pepe ba Morino the boy heading. First no what Mori be say 5 cities wo
can banku
about
20 balls square go. Yeah.
To me di emi. Say what 20 crap obia me. These are the issues I want. You can't want them.
Gary.
Oh yeah, you Gary. Someone is a me fear Gary and but they won't the Gary no nanka first no. We get a 5 season. Open your longa. Say who kita say 18 Ghana cedis. You understand me? 18 Ghana from 5 cedis to 18 Ghana cedis no. They will no akoso. Enti niama ye de chichiri fie no. Ni nyina aboa ye din.
nti muntumi nya nkwan ma ne last for about 1 week kra.
Oh, nkwan ne dey say o pese wo ye nkwan be last be say 1 week. Just a week that say 500 oh.
Yeah.
Because number aye din. Bibia bo aye din. And say wo ye for 1 week now the best just a week at 500. Now says you so 500 there. Ni nya aye din.
Just a week be 500 a month 2000.
Wo work to every asa na wo be share utilities na wa share hospitals na wa share other things
education
enti enye easy edi ma wofo enti say obi pie na wo kasa say wo hwe yi say ohini ochihini evem say the kasa no okan ye
wo tie epa ho
advice na odi mai
98.9
at times in crofo so wo ma advice na one kasa won tie advice no ansa na wo di ababontin the advice no odi my no and can for so be any ho
all right
but or no wo si wo advice say my insult to be na wo so wo insult to what did they make an say wa wo ka say my ndidi obi atem no na wo so wa dane wo didi obi atem enye
Mate Kafui, we can split 5 minutes each now. We touch on the final story. No, I'm say the news around town. They say Ackuaku Mall game store. No, say they are closing up. I mean, they are folding up their business. And and then Omama Niamani Jefe. I mean, the heavy discount on all the items. Say they can't contain the situation any longer. And shop. No, they are closing it down. Emma and Niamano at a whooping discount. We also hear and say VIP for the new fair Sabah beginning today to various destinations. Almost say what they can help to contain the situation. They say for the next 90 days in a year, they can assure travelers say new first way no matter the situation, say duty costro, food and the costro crana, new fair no they will contain it for the next 90 days before they do a review. Can we also contain the situation for the next 90 days? Hey, and your fear no matter. Big man will cast out with confidence. And your mama single room be or boys scatters on a metal chain. You did bring a yamako.
Government aging and nine so say this weekend government will have to go on a cabinet meeting. They're done to ensure that you bet me to Tony Amegah. They're done. We are getting Bank of Ghana to meet with the banks and then the Forex Bureau to come up with the issues.
That's the market. They
don't. And the problem ni ho. Obia want a thought, but in all these things they don't. Mekase Ghana enye shia krumu nye shia na meboa. But a krumu ye shia they don't. Ayeshi kusi say. Even in this hot moment, we are not running into scarcities. No,
but if the availability of goods, but you cannot, the purchasing power is not there.
They don't.
If
there is availability of goods and there is no purchasing power, inflation would have been negatives. If you are having if you are having inflation, and the inflation is 30%. The simple idea that comes into mind for a common economist is that anyama woho ene sika bebre chasing your market web.
I understand why they cannot fight the inflation until the economy.
They don't have the time now
for president any more running down in your anti problem nasi. Because I have said here, and now almost started so they be say who creating
a wrong impression.
What is wrong impression?
Because they all cano
wrong impression.
Yeah. Because workers are what hey with salary. Yeah, increase your amount. And if fuel price so it is not about excess liquidity.
So it's about what?
It's about cost of production and cost.
So if cost of production goes,
it's the cost of production and so no yes because say me my phone in manufacturing it no that can first no it cost me thousands but say it cost me 2,000 so me we are better than here
gone up.
Pure water
price no be to
pure water
wouldn't the price drop?
pure water.
Yes,
Yes,
sir, I didn't know how to be argumental.
you can't
The
do that.
price will drop.
Because my nature baby.
Why can't you do
Pure
that?
water, you produce, you produce pure water first. So at the beginning, May year.
But now we see at the end of the year.
Me say at the end of the
but
year.
some
May
people-
year,
some
me
people-
ba.
But
Yes,
no,
it's
we
very
are all
important.
finance people.
Debbie,
For education.
me ba.
Yes, we are all finance
I'm
people.
interested.
Me ba. May year, a kilo of pure sachet water. Rubber na yedi no. A kilo of it no was 17 Ghana cedis. Last Friday, because picky bino, 27 cedis, 60 pesos. Enra, almost sending me message. Say every ochna ekono, omudi ko 35.
And no, Emma all ran out of production. You are still in production.
Yes, and say me what still in production. What will happen? Say me man be price no day and cost through. And she said price is no cost through. Does it mean that there is excess liquidity? Chasing fuel production na me and into na man price no.
That don't you see?
You understand?
they are
So you
actually-
are not
they don't-
understanding
they
the
don't-
issue.
Okay.
Because
But no,
they
he's
are-
trying to tell us, the cost of production is gone up. Once cost of production goes up, it will affect prices. Once prices becomes expensive, the common consumer should be able to afford that price or not to afford that price. Because they don't what it is they say ensuo buaye din na me to me ntonsuo no na ensuo ne kagu shopper automatically you have nothing to do but to reduce the prices. But
who shut down because who bet here who sure last week yeah the statement by
so if you shut down
they are going to shut down.
And for instance, Game Store almost shut down. Yeah, almost yeah, you know. Is it not because of
the don't game store
duties?
The dog
exchange rates near
game store shut down now almost you know. They are not into production.
Yeah.
This is consumption. And almost highly into imports. And now tangerine, yeah, import to free South Africa. GameStop import over. And if you are importing and then the CD and the dollar is having an unequal balance, it means that the better on your money be you know, now prices no, CD and dollar no, there will be a no with exchange rate losses. He's not getting any gains. And to say now he has to convert more cities to be able to get the dollar. And some of the are import to the same and Yamana bar. If he cannot, he will fall that because this is consumption.
And that is
and once it's consumption, it is not production.
It is not.
Or catch that will say what it is, Mr. And yes, and Yaman in any hole. But the exchange rate is not favoring our business. If we keep on doing that business,
excess cash.
This is not excess liquidity. They don't. They all cannot understand. They all cannot get excess liquidity. I'm not confused. They all cannot get excess liquidity. They all cannot. The shop owners are saying that we are not able to contain our exchange rate losses, and because we cannot contain our exchange rate losses, it is better we fold up to wait for stability before we can bounce back. Production, what produce? We say, cost of production cost ro. Eti adie ni 2 series, they call 5 series. What they call 5 series? Now OBM to be in top 5 series now. You either reduce or you shut down. Businesses are not shutting down. They are producing and they are meeting consumers' needs.
They are giving you signals that they are going to shut down.
Because
having 2 years of the pure water
Guta is purely importation.
And importation.
It's purely importation.
You are not able
and once
to
it's
control
purely importation, once the city is not controlled, it is eating their profit, and then they are not able to import the same amount of goods.
And
once they cannot import the same amount of goods, what happens is that there will not be. So automatically, if they don't import, there will be scarcity. Once there is scarcity, then inflation will skyrocket because there is scarcity of goods, and people have the money but they can't get the goods to buy. Automatically, inflation will skyrocket. If pure water sachet producers are saying that price is a cost, and the pure water out on the 30 cedis, nobody is complaining.
But because people are not complaining,
so what is the shutdown?
Okay.
What the bar market are? You find the market
because we are not complaining, it means that we are okay.
We are not saying we are okay. We have moved into the situation of asking whether we are okay or we are not okay. The goods production, the goods are produced at the bar market. Do we buy on the market or we don't? If we don't buy, then that is where you say that me yani amane kura de buy ento. That
You
is
are
why
buying
I'm
it at high prices.
Yes.
I mean, prices
So
are.
if you are buying it at high prices,
I
you are
am not
adding,
realistic.
you are matching your cost of production to the price of goods. Your cost of production is determined. That is what you use in determining your pricing. Except that you said we have a cartel. Yeah, pure water production. I say, MOB and fan 20 pesos. And therefore, you cannot meet that demand. Then you shut production.
My member final word, the name Alex. Now,
But they don't. I don't know how to find out.
Send me an ame. Say who
That's how. What do size and that's you send me now. There's a Okasa because Okasa do or say what you do into Okasa do.
You see what
Man
is
in
hap- what
Kakakrano
is
Yampono
happening
Amantem.
in the country now?
Yeah.
Government needs to show understanding of the issues.
Obi atwa me message say me nya left man in fan kokuma ase. Masa mo jai sa rough no. But also about Wednesday I can work something out for you. I mean Nkrophobia on Beko Kumasi on Wednesday. Bakoya Land Cruiser, Bakoya pickup. Into the bumpire Kaime na me hwe se mitimi am washa ba ko ho. That's all sorry ntem. Ahomachi battery no sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Pressure.
Niama e cost wo buy no. Especially when you take our inflation rate like this.
What's here?
Yeah.
It is not say
Happy
ABR, there's excess
98.9.
liquidity. It is never true. Obi bi obekasa no nipa no onti de ekoso asi. What we are having no, even production say taking place wo mine no more. Most of the input, especially pure water, me can say 70% of our input no is imported.
Yeah.
Only 30% na ye local in so na ye use any labor. The akane nyina no is imported. Enti obi say ena ye kofa niama no ye di dollars na ye den efa. She say na dollar no from last week ebe pimene wa follow almost about wa lose value I think about 3 cedis or 5 cedis scrap almost 5 cedis. Abe sabe count. Enti se wokita wosika na wodi ye adwuma no. Wosika no fon na ye dey airphone. So at the end of the day no, aban so edin hihye ba or see monetary rate. Enti all say inflation e cost through no. Or also person on control inflation no by reducing the liquidity system no more. And it ended up creating more problem because so yes or my bank interest rates no so then e cost through. Now my production cost no abeye winya e dey amaye nyina. Enti na make say ye pese you solve these issues no. It is not by raising the policy rate. That is not the solution. The solution and they say who call Liberia say I mean we can say when George we are
Why then?
or who say Liberia for more or more pa and I importers no they are taking advantage of it. So on right sika the import to rice no e buy and na oti so because the interest and yes over your profit oti so e buy. So now what is happening is that if you can't match its price no you have to reduce it. You understand me? So that is why we all know how so Eddie control high prices no e won ho. Ya ha no ya ye bibia open. See it's an open market. And so bia e to me a price no say no open. But as a government you have a responsibility to your people. Say open making sure say omo hu beto omo. What is this government doing? To make sure say prices are stable on the market. Onya shi enrani so omuti ho. Omo nya shi omuti ho keke. Omo di minor to autopilot na ye nyina ye ko. Say ko crash ya. Ye nyina ye bewu. But we are saying it now so I will not crash.
No crash.
And the woman nyina say. Mami we. The woman nyina say. These issues are here can one seminar. Wow, and affect Amegah shinkuto, affect me so.
All right, time up.
And say yeah, we are saying it simply because
the truth of the matter is when you look at the economy, you can see they are two pilots now. They don't. This is a president you have seen working around the clock.
What is he doing?
He
Tell
is
me
not
what he's
sleeping.
doing. Going
This is
around
not a
visiting
president
places,
who gets his back against the wall and then gets frustrated and can spill anything to Ghanaians and tell Ghanaians that I have become a dead goat and I don't care what happens.
That is not the issue I
You see, and you know,
Nana Akufo-Addo
we are
Nana
saying
Akufo-Addo I feel
if you are speaking for it's not an alternative for
the information minister is telling us.
Catch Nana Akufo-Addo
gentlemen,
Ghana for break.
Killers.
We are only saying that
So now the information ministry or the minister is telling us that the government is in a series of consultations with relevant stakeholders in the financial sector to solve the issue of the cedi depreciation. Aside from that, the economic management team chaired by the VIP is also going to hold a series of meetings with other stakeholders on that same issue. And this consultation will end with a cabinet retreat, after which the president will address the nation with steps taken to solve the current economic hardships. All right, let's wait and see. Jose,
we are not living in a dead goat economy.
In a super incompetent economy.
This is not a dead goat economy.
Super incompetent
this is
economy.
An economy that is vibrant.
All right, so that's it. Mamina, Alexander Kyoko Ase, all the way from Botswana, English Yaman from NDC's parliamentary candidate in 2020 election. And a failed chairmanship aspirant, Tiwa East. Kafui Amegah, Maneclips. And also by thanks to our production team, Kwajo Sefadankwa, Isaac Ade, Kwesi Peibi, and Thomas Kofia Samoa. Yeah, from the Dawn, Kwabna Pra. Yes, Senior Bazooka, Michao Nanapuku. Michao Nanumre said Bibia Bokodi. Namia Doma China Yebishia coming up at the One Putu Sports. By Namia